Welcome to episode number 13 of MLB Show 21 Postseason Series, and today I'm going to be playing Game 5 of the World Series between the Chicago White Sox and the San Francisco Giants. Like I said, it's Game 5 in San Francisco. White Sox lead the World Series, which is the best 7 series, 3-1. They were up 3-9, but the Giants ended up, the White Sox were up 3-9, but the Giants ended up winning, the White Sox were up 3-9, but the Giants won Game 4 to force a Game 5. They won Game 4, 1-0 in 10 innings. So, I mean, and it was thanks to a Moncada error that happened. If you haven't seen that episode yet, or that video yet, or if you haven't seen that episode yet, it'll be an honest try in the top right corner where there should be an icon that pops up at the beginning of the video. As White Sox won Game 1, 6-5. This is in Game 1 and 2 in Chicago. White Sox won Game 1, 6-5, and walked off fashion. They were now 5-3 in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs and scored 3 runs, all with 2 outs. The Sun Giants they won Game 1, 6-5, and walked off fashion. It was a 9 innings, so just walked off fashion. And then they won Game 2, 2-1. They walked off. It was a 9 innings, but it was a walk-off style again. It was thanks to a Savano error that tossed them the game. And then the White Sox, this is now in San Francisco, won Game 3, 1-0. And then the Giants won Game 4, 1-0 in 10 innings, and that was thanks to a Moncada throwing error. There was a throwing error. There was 1 out, no runners on, no runners on, 1 out, bottom 10. It was scoreless. It was 0-0. No runners on, 1 out, bottom 10. Throwing error by Moncada. Crawford reached on a throwing error by Moncada. Then Steven Dutter pinch ran for. There was Brandon Crawford reached on a long Moncada throwing error, and then Steven Dutter pinch ran for Brandon Crawford at first base, and then Evan Dorio came up, hit a double down the right field line, and it got by Ethan. It's not like Yastrzemski how that kind of screwed up. It's not like in Game 1 where I accidentally ran by the ball. Yastrzemski did in Game 1 in the bottom of the 9th. Well, this time I thought I possibly could have maybe knocked the ball if I did like the 45-degree angle instead of trying to run towards it and then run back because it got by Adam Eaton. I thought maybe I had a chance to catch it, but then I realized I didn't have a chance to catch it, or Adam Eaton didn't have a chance to catch it. But I thought he maybe could get there, or I thought he could maybe get there and get the ball on the bounce, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But even if he ran 45 degrees, ran towards the wall immediately, and like a 45-degree angle, Dutter, even if Dutter was, say, stopped at third base, they still could have won on a sac fly, a wild pitch, a pass ball, a single, or an error. I mean, there's still plenty of possibilities, and either way, I thought I had a chance, well, a slim chance to catch it, but I thought I had a bigger chance to at least get the ball on the bounce and cut it off before it goes all the way to the wall, but unfortunately, Adam Eaton could not do that. But like I said, they still could have won anyways. And it wasn't 100%. Yastrzemski won, like, in Game 1. I thought it would just go bounce right to Yastrzemski. This one, like I said, I thought Adam Eaton had a slim chance to catch the ball, but I realized he didn't have a chance to catch the ball because the ball on the field was getting smaller and smaller. I thought he had a good chance to did it on the bounce and cut it off, but unfortunately he couldn't. And I went all the way to the wall, and then Steven Dutter was at first base, came all the way around and scored. And the Giants won Game 4, 1-0 in 10 innings. Now it's Halloween. Halloween night, October 31st, 2021. Game 5 of the World Series. Gausman for the Giants, Kevin Gausman for the Giants, and Carlos Rondon for the White Sox. I think I said that was second on the last episode, but title is pitch against Cueto in Game 6 if there is one. Which if there is one, Game 6, and if there's a Game 6, Game 6 and 7, obviously if there's a Game 6 or a Game 7. But both of those games will be in Chicago. And Game 7, if there's one, is Alex Wood versus Dylan Cease. I think that Alex Wood for the Giants, that will stay the same because, I mean, he's a number 3 pitcher and he's not bad or anything. But Dylan Cease, yeah, I'm probably not going to pitch Dylan Cease. I'm probably going to pitch their ace because Dylan Cease is 5th in their rotation. So I'll probably pitch the White Sox ace, which is a Lance Lynn. So, but obviously, to get the Game 7, the Giants have to win Game 5 and 6. It's not impossible, but I mean, I think there's only been like one time a team has come back down 3-0 in a series to win And then only one time in MLB history a team has come back down 3-0 in a series to win the series. Astros were down 3-0 in last year's ALCS against the Rays, and came back to tie the series at 3 innings, and then they came back. The Astros did tie the series at 3 innings apiece by winning Game 4, 5, and 6 after they lost Game 1, 2, and 3. But the Astros ended up losing Game 7, and the Rays won the World Series, but ended up losing the World Series 4-2 over the Dodgers. Has a team ever come back down 3-0 in a series in MLB?
According to Wikipedia, Major League Baseball, one MLB team has overcome a 3-0 deficit to win the series.
One MLB team has overcome a 3-0 deficit to win the series. Went on to win the World Series for the first time since 1918. Went on to win the World Series for the first time since. Red Sox crushed Yankees in a historic comeback. The Boston Red Sox made history on Wednesday night, becoming the first baseball team to win a best-seven series after trailing 3-0. I'm not sure what year that was, but apparently the Red Sox did that to the Yankees. The Red Sox came back down 3-0 in a best-seven series, the Red Sox came back down 3-0 over the Yankees in a best-seven series, or the Red Sox came back down 3-0, and it was best-seven series. They were down 3-0 and came back to win the series. The Astros did that last year. The Astros were down 3-0 last year, but ended up coming back to tie the series, but ended up losing Game 7. The Red Sox, I just said, were down 3-0 to the Yankees, and ended up coming back to win the series. And it's not impossible here, but it's only happened once. But 1 is better than 0. Let's get into it. Here we go. The Giants are the gold controller, and the White Sox are the blue controller. That's Brandon Crawford for the Giants, and it's Louis Garcia for the Red Sox. That's Brandon Crawford for the Giants, and Louis Garcia for the White Sox. Home uniforms for the Giants, road uniforms for the White Sox. Oracle Park holds 41,915, opened in 2000. Presentation of broadcast quick counts on cloud cover. It was overcast, but it's the World Series. I know such a clear skies. Last game here at Oracle Park this season for the Giants, regardless if they win or lose. It's the last game of the season for the Giants. If they lose, if they win, regardless if they win or lose this game, it's the last game of the season at Oracle Park, or last game of the year at Oracle Park. But it's the last game of the year altogether if they lose. But if they win, they will force a Game 6 2 nights from now in this game back in Chicago. So yeah, Dawson is also 3-0 with a .86 ERA, and Rondon was 0-1 with a 2.51 ERA. And by the way, that loss by the White Sox in Game 4 was their first loss since Game 3 of the ALDS, which Rondon took the loss in Game 3 of the ALDS against the Angels, where they lost. I don't remember the score, but I know they lost. And then obviously when they lost in Game 4 of the World Series, that was the White Sox first loss since Game 3 of the ALDS, like I just said, and Rondon took that loss. And I believe it was Derek Crochet who took the loss in Game 4. So it was Crochet. So yeah, righty versus lefty, 88 versus 80, or righty versus lefty, 88 versus 84. Dawson's a righty in the 88, and Rondon's a lefty in the 84. So the pitchers are still batting. And yeah, let's get into it right now. We are here at Oracle Park in San Francisco, California for Game 5 of the 2021 World Series between the Chicago White Sox and the San Francisco Giants. Hi there everybody, Vinny James 342 Man Cave. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. Game 5 of the World Series, best of 7 series, and the White Sox lead that best of 7 series 3-1. We're up 3-0, but unfortunately lost Game 4, 1-0 in 10 innings. But they still have 3 more chances to win this series, and they preferably want to do it in this game. If they don't do it in this game, the series will go back to Chicago for a Game 6 and possibly a Game 7. Carlos Rendon for the White Sox and Kevin Johnson for the Giants. Game 5 of the World Series comes in when next on the show. Kevin Johnson, 3 starts in the postseason, has got the win in every start so far. That means 3-0. He has a 0.86 ERA, 21 innings pitched, 15 hits, 0.71 WHIP, no walks, no strikeouts. He got the win in the NL Wild Card game. He got the win, I believe he got the win in the NL Wild Card game against the Reds. Got the win in Game 5 of the NLDS against the Dodgers, and then got the win in Game 5 of that. So he got the win in the NL Wild Card game. He got the win in Game 5 of the NLDS, and he got the win in Game 5 of the NLCS. So this is his 4th start. He did his 4th win, or at least his team did the win to send the series. And we're on here from Oracle Park. 2-1 Talent Anderson. Line drive foul. 50 degrees here at game time. Wind 7 miles per hour, blowing out the center field. So a brisk 50 degrees. Wind is 7 miles per hour, blowing out the center field. So if you didn't want up in the air, it's only 391 the dead center. So maybe you didn't want out of here. To the count. Ground ball through the hole. Wide open hole between Bell and Savano. Base hit for Anderson to lead off Game 5. Or signal for Anderson to start Game 5. That's probably a better way to put it. Here's Nick Montreal's been at $1.11. Not that good, but did score the only run for the White Sox in Game 3. And by the way, the Giants went, I believe, 9, 18, 25 innings without scoring a run. And that obviously streak was snapped in the 10th inning last night in this game. That's a foul ball. 1-2 count to Montreal. The White Sox send to baseman. Ground ball to be 2. Gossman, Crawford, Bell, double play. 1-6-3 double play, and Anderson's erased along with Montreal. 2 down. Well, Montreal is a batter. Anderson is a runner at first base. Here's the start lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Tim Anderson at Montreal. Juan Moncada, Jose Abreu, Adam Eaton, Yasmani Grandal, Andrew Vaughn, Louis Garcia, and the starting pitcher for the White Sox, Carlos Rendon. 275 team average for the White Sox here in the postseason. And here's Juan Moncada. 748 OPS, first in the White Sox in that category in the postseason. And also, Adam Eaton is no longer on the White Sox in real life. When I started this postseason, which was on Memorial Day, he was still on the White Sox. In real life, he was released on like July 7th or something like that, and was picked up by the Angels, who the Twins, the Minnesota Twins, are playing right now. Well, not currently right now, but they're in the midst of a series. It's not physically playing right now. They play tonight. Yes. Here's Moncada. That's foul ball. That's true. I thought that been out. The older one, Tori, is not next to me, but she's on the couch. Over there. I've been out. They were out 20 minutes ago before I started filming. 1-2 down the Moncada. Line drive, knocked down with a diamond Longoria. Through to first, will not be in time. As Longoria was the Game 4 hero. That's a base hit. And here's Jose Abreu. 4-seam fastball splitter, a slider, and a 2-seam fastball for Gossman. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. 2 hits and a runner left for the White Sox. 2 hits and a runner left for the White Sox. Giants coming to bat, no score in Game 5. Carlos Rendon, 2 starts here in the postseason. He has an 0-run record, so through 2 starts he has 1 loss and 1 no decision. 2.51 ERA, 14 and a third innings pitched, 17 hits, 1.26 WHIP, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and a 2-seam fastball for Rondon. 1-0 count. He's trying to ground ball where no one was, base hit. Hit into shift. Fielded by Vaughn easily, so it's only going to be a single, but that strips down with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the first. Here's Posey, been at .97, no home runs, 1 RBI here in the postseason. Not ideal, but decent. Ground ball is to be 2. Abreu Anderson back to Abreu, and then got the 6-speed Posey by like 15 feet. 3-3 double play, 2 down. And here's the starting lineup for the San Francisco Giants. Might use Stremp, Steve Buster Posey, Brandon Crawford, Evan Longoria, Brandon Belt, Austin Slater, Devano Savano, Mike Debon, and the starting pitcher for the Giants, Kevin Gossman. 1 home run for the Giants here in the postseason, and it was hit by this man, Brandon Crawford. And he hit it in game 3 or 4 of the NLDS. Foul ball. I don't remember which one, but I remember it was here in San Francisco, and it was a straightaway center field. I don't remember if it was game 3 or 4, but it was one of those two. But those are the only 2 games that were here in San Francisco in that series. The Dodgers had home field advantage. It was the best of 5 series. 1-2 count. Fly ball. That ball is hit well. Retreating his spawn to the wall of the shot. It will not get out of here. It will 1 off the wall, and that's a double for Crawford. So Vaughn didn't get there. It didn't get out. 1 off the wall in left field. 2 out though for Crawford, and here's Longoria, who was the hero in game 4. Drove in the winning run with a double on the bottom of the 10th. 2-1 count. Ground ball, base hit, and they're gonna stop the runner because he went 29 speed, and that was a dead throw by Ethan, right on the money. That was Monty Grandal, and that probably wasn't gonna. He has only 29 speed, and it was right, not right to Ethan. So here's Brandon Belt, runs in the corners, 2 outs for, runs in the corners, 2 outs for Brandon Belt. Swing and a miss. Ground ball, center or shortstop. Anderson flipped to the Montreal for the 4th innings over, and the Giants strand runners at the corner, and the Giants strand a pair of runners. We head to the 2nd, no score here in San Francisco. There's Adam Eaton. Got 294 in the postseason. Snapped his bat, charging it is Longoria, bare hands, throws to first, but Ethan beats it out. As Longoria had to avoid the barrel of the bat, and that's a base hit for Adam Eaton. And now here's switching in catcher, Yasmani Grandal. It was a hero in game 2. Little ground ball to be 2, hit the mound, 2nd one, first, and both catchers in the first, both catchers have gone into a double play. Posey has 6 speed, Grandal has 1 speed, 2 down. That's 2 double plays for the White Sox in the first 2 innings. Here's Andrew Vaughn, who's been 282 in the postseason. Ground ball Belt, and the inning is over. Middle of 2, the score is 0-0 here in game 5. Now it's Austin Slater. Little jam shot to Montreal, and there's 1 down. And now it's Savano. Line drive foul. Remains a full count to the Giants second baseman. 3-2 count, and that's a ground ball to Abreu. And there's 2 down here in the 2nd. And here's the posting in brackets. You can see how these teams got to the World Series. And the question on everyone's mind is, I forgot about that. Will we crown the World Series champion? And we will if the White Sox win this game. Here's Devon, 1-2 count, ground ball Montreal, and the inning is over. And the score is still 0-0 here at Oracle Park. And here is Louis Garcia, and then it's the pitcher spot, and then it's the top of the order, Anderson. 2-1 count. Ground ball on Doria, and he botched it. He completely just whiffed on it. And that might be an E5, might be a base hit. It's probably only an E5, you would think. Not exactly sure, but either way, now it's a pitcher spot. And I think they called that a base hit. So it's like, yeah, he signaled the left for a single, so I just... I was just getting my dog out of here. I thought he was gonna whistle at me. I was like, why are you whistling at me? I don't know. Here, his rundown is here we go. He's bunting now. And it's right to the center baseman. But it was a good bunt, hard bunt too. Runner will event center base. He did turn around through to center, but just in case the runner beat it at center base and that got nobody, or he threw it away. It was a smart play by Savano, so Store's decision is set up by 4-3. Runner sent it 1 out for Tim Anderson. 30th pitch to Dossman already. Ground ball, and that's a base hit. The runner is coming around, and I accidentally dove, so the runner will score anyways, but I won't advance the runner at second base, or I won't advance the batter. But it's an RBI single for Anderson, and it's 1-0 White Sox. I thought it was a shortstop. Instead, they put me as a second baseman, so that's why I don't know if he was gonna get there, and then I think the runner was gonna score anyways, and I accidentally hit R1 instead of, I think R1. I mean, you can't say, I mean, even if he cut it off, they still could have scored in the next play, and I think the runner, I mean, I don't know, and then yeah, even if he chucked it home, I think he probably was going to score. But we'll never know because I accidentally dove. Yeah, actually, I didn't try to dive. I didn't try to dive. 3-2 down the Montreal now. And the ground must be 2. Second 1. First! And it's a double play! And the inning's over. But the White Sox strike first and 5 into an RBI single by Tim Anderson. Middle of 3 to score down the White Sox 1 and the Giants 0. Now it's a pitcher spot for the Giants, Kevin Dossman. Swing and a miss, strike 2. But Rondon bats left-handed and throws right-handed. Dossman throws right-handed and bats left-handed. Line drive, fielded out short by Anderson. They drove in Garcia in the top of the third. They did the White Sox on the board first. Throw to first by Anderson. It's in time. Here's your Stremski now with 1 down. Stremski grounds on right to Moncada. Threw it away in this position last night. This one's a little high, but Brady keeps spinning the bat 2 down. Now it's Posey. Ground ball, Montreal, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 to the Giants, and the 3. The scores the White Sox 1 and the Giants 0. Here's Moncada now. Ground ball foul. Line drive almost at the third base coach. Foul ball. Good battle. 2 count. That's a ground ball backhanded by Longoria. Throws it across the line. A little rainbow throw, but it's in time. 1 down. Now it's Abreu who struck out to end the first. Oh, jam shot would stay fair. No. Maybe like 2 feet. It was foul. 1-2 count. That's old Tapper in front of the plate. Dossman fields, throws. 2 down. And here's our top pitch speed comparison. 95 miles per hour for Dossman, 93 miles per hour for Rondon. And here's Adam Eaton, who's 1 for 1 with a single. 1-1 count. Little jam shot. Backhanded by Evan Longoria. Jeter jumped through from foul territory. Got him. What a play. Backhanded by Longoria. And then Jeter jumped through from foul territory. And he got Eaton by a step. Middle of 4. The score still 1-0 White Sox. Bottom 4. Here's Crawford, who doubled earlier. Foul ball on a 2-1 count. Now it's 2-2 to the Giants shortstop. Foul ball again. 2-2 count. Another foul ball. Good battle between Crawford and Rondon. Pop up. Will Moncada get there and had the shift on? He will. Like it is down on the Warren trying to foul ground. 1 down. Had to run a long way because he had to shift on. So Crawford fouls out to Moncada. 1 down here in the 4th. Line drive, but right there is Adam Eaton. And there's 2 down. Remember Adam Eaton won a World Series of the White Sox, or remember Adam Eaton won a World Series of the Nationals 2 years ago. Here's Brandon Belt. Ground ball to Montana, the only guy on the left side of the infield. Throw to first on the run, got him. And the score is still 1-0 White Sox. And the score is still 1-0 White Sox. Here in the 5th inning, here in Game 5, 1-0 White Sox. Here's Grandal. Over one of the double play, a little jam shot where no one was at a shift on. It's a base hit. And with his one speed, he'll stay at first base. But he gets a single, don't want to dent a shift. Runner at first, nobody out for the White Sox in the 5th. Here's Vaughn now, and then it's Darcios. I believe then he was the one that scored the run, I think. Yeah, he did. He was the one that scored the run. Darcios on deck. Here's Vaughn, foul ball, 1-2. Popped up. Shallow right field down the line. In fair territory. Stremski is there. 1 down. There's Louis Garcia. 1-for-1 with a single. Has scored the one. 1-for-1 with a single. Has scored the one. 1-for-1 with a single. Has scored the one. Has to pop up. Andoria is there. He makes a pitch and foul ground. 2 down. As Darcia, who's a switch hitter apparently. Yeah, he's a switch hitter. He was 1-for-1 with a single and has scored the only run for the White Sox. That's what I was trying to say like forever. So Rondon had a sad run in his first appearance. Now Darcia's 1-for-2, or he was 1 for coming that back. He was 1-for-1. He was 1-for-1 with a single, and he has scored the only run for the White Sox. Now he's 1-for-2 with that single, and now he's 1-for-2 with that single and that run scored. Here's Rondon, who had a sacrifice bunt in his last at bat. 1 on count, and Anderson came up in an RBI single that drove in Darcia on center base. 1-2 count now. That's a pop-up, foul ground. Over is Posey, and that's the inning. Halfway home here in Game 5, the score is still 1-0 White Sox. We're back here in San Francisco. Let's show on the field. Check it out. Do you want me?
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitches to put more strikes.
Hey, Gianni. Here's Austin Slater. Ground ball, Montreal. Throw to first, and there's 1 down. And the Giants had 3 hits. All were in the first inning. And they haven't had a hit or a base runner since. Had a single, a double play, and then had a single, a double play in the first inning. Had a single, a double play, a double, a single, and that was it. And it's scored. Now they haven't had a base runner or a hit since then. Ground ball, Montreal again. And there's quickly 2 down for number 8 batter, Dabano. And then it's a pitcher's spot if Dabano can get on. Line drive, will it get down? No, it's caught by Ethan at knee level, and the inning's over. 1-2-3 to the Giants again. Rondon's on a groove, or in a groove, and the 5, the score is still 1-0 White Sox. Last 2 innings have been a 1-0 game. White Sox 1 game 3, 1-0, and the Giants 1 game 4, 1-0 in 10 innings. Ground ball to Savano. Throw to first, 1 down. Now it's Montreal is over 2 with a couple of ground outs. 65th pitch over Dossman. Ground ball to Savano. As 1-7 grounds out to the other 2 down. As Dossman, he's pitched 5 2/3, 1 run, but his offense can't do anything. Here's Montana, 1-for-2 with a single. Ground ball up the middle, past the diamond, Crawford base hit for Montana. And then continues for, I believe, Jose Abreu. Jose Abreu's up after a 2-out single by Montana. 0-for-2. Snapped his bat to Bell. Underhand flip to the Dossman, the inning's over. Minoa sits the score still, the Giants 1. Or Minoa sits the score still, the White Sox 1, the Giants 0. Here's Dossman. Rondon, I believe, has retired 12 straight, I think. Unless I'm doing the math wrong, I think it's 12. Or if I forgot one. Ground ball, fielded by Montana. Throw to first. This is Johnson, by the way, is low, but dud out. It might not hit the ground, but it was low, but out. One down. I don't think it was pitched, but it was low. But still out, one down for the top of the order is Stremsky. Ground ball, high jumper. Fielder Miners and cheater jump throw. And he's safe as Stremsky beats out the great throw. Let's base it. Hello? Three-one hitters count the Posey, and that is ball 4. It hit the bottom of the zone, but the home plate umpire said it was a ball. And now there's 2 on 1 out for the Giants for Brandon Crawford. That definitely hit the zone, but the home plate umpire must have been paid off by the Giants. I'm obviously joking about that, but it hit the zone, and he still called that a ball. 2 on 1 out for Crawford. 70th pitch down and run down. Fly ball on the line would stay fair. And it's caught and foul ground by Andrew Vaughn, 2 down. As he makes a catch in foul territory, 2 down. For Evan Longoria, who was a hero last night. Can he tie the game here? Ground ball! Flattened down by Montreal, in and over. And the Giants turn a pair of runners. And the 6th score is still 1-0 White Sox. Adam Eaton, Bishop bat third of the game, still 1-0 White Sox. Real hitters count, and that is ball 4. Leadoff walk for Eaton. Now it's Brandall. And they're starting him up, Zach Littell in the Giants bullpen. Yeah. Here's Grandal. Ground ball to be 2. Longoria. Savano. Jeter jumped through with Savano. So it's 4th. Longoria, Savano, Bell, double play. 5-4-3 double play. 4th double play of the game for the White Sox. Which 2nd Grandal's hit into, and there's 2 down for Andrew Vaughn. 81st pitch. That's the ground ball, second base. And the inning is over. 7 minutes stretch time here at the ballpark. The score is still 1-0 White Sox. Giants needed something going. They're not outs away from. White Sox are not outs away from winning the World Series. Ground ball to Montana. Going on the left side of the infield. Zips it over to first, and he did it again. He threw it. He pulled, and there's an injury too. Montana's concussed. Wait, what? No, not concussed, but he pulled something as a bleats or ab region. At the conclusion of the last play, Montana was seen clutching at his midsection. The trainer believes that Montana might have pulled something as a bleats or his ab region. Montana will need to be removed from this game and may need to take it easy for a few days. Well, yeah. So he did it again like he did last night. Last night in this game, not in real life. But, same position. Going on the center of the field, he zips it over there, and he pulled it pretty off the bat. And now, I'm just saying, that could start something, because that led to the win last night. And when I say last night, I mean in this game, like I said. But who else can play third base? Didn't land him, but yeah, he's a third baseman, okay. Or I'd have to put Mendit. Who's better? Mendit's a little better, like, reaction-wise. But it just seems we need another shortstop. I don't know if we have another shortstop. Yeah, I'm just gonna put Lamb in there. So yeah, Jake Lamb will replace the injured Juan Mercado. So I mean, I could start something. That's an E5 on Mercado, who's now injured. Which, if it's a few days, he probably has to play through it because. I'm just saying, you probably need him. But now it's 80 pitcher run down. That's a 3-1 hitter's count as well. And that is a strike. That one is. The other one wasn't, apparently. And they're starting to warm up Matt Foster in White Sox pen. On our first nobody out, bottom 7. Line drive, but right there is Eaton, and he almost got that over, almost botched that. Why is he taking an hour to throw it in? I almost messed that up. If I did, it was on accident, but that got by it. That's the tie of the game. Runner at first, 1 out for Zavano. Ground ball, this could be 2, and this will end in a good pitch by Abreu. And the 7, the score is still 1-0 White Sox. Top 8 now. Dawson's still in. 85th pitch coming. He's down 1 earned run in 7 innings. Now 7 1/3. As it's top by Lindor. They're 7 1/3 for Dawson. 1 earned run. But the Giants can't score. That's the thing. And here's the starting comparison. 7 1/3 for Dawson. 7 innings for Rondon. And 1 walk for each side. 1 strikeout for Dawson. None for Rondon. 1 earned run for Dawson. 7 hits. No earned runs and 4 hits for Rondon, who's up, and they're gonna let him hit. Actually, no, I'm not gonna let him hit. I'm not gonna let him hit. I'm gonna do that. Oh, there's the home plate umpire. I applied Washington. I don't know. He just said that. So, who do I put in? Maybe Mendez. Yeah, Danny Mendez will pinch hit for Thomas Rondon. So his day is over, or his night. And the energy of Dawson's in the yellow. They're gonna let him hit though, or let him. Stay in the damn, man. That's all I meant to say. 1-0 count. Ground ball back to Dawson. And there is 2 down. But if you're the Giants, I mean, you only have 6 more outs to work with. And you've only scored in the series. You've only scored, what? It was 5-1, 7 runs. 5 in game 1, but they lost 6-5. 1 in game 2, but they lost 2-1. They got shut out in game 3, 1-0, and then they shut out the White Sox 1-0 in 10 innings last night. The force at game 5. Here's Anderson, 2 for 3, and it's driven the only run for the White Sox with the base hit. And now he's 3 for 4. Well, that was nice. 3 singles, and he has driven up the only run for the White Sox. Here's Montreal, and they're down Brennan, Zatlatel. Trying to keep the deficit right where it is, because I mean, if it hits the 2-0, this should be over, because last time that the Giants have scored more than 1 run in a game was game 1 of the World Series. He's 0 for 3 Montreal's line drive right there. Savano in and over. Middle of 8. The score is still 1-0 Chicago. Here we go. Now Bryn in. Oh, they're starting up the closer, Liam Hendricks. But here comes Matt Foster. 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and a 2-seam fastball. And they're also starting up Aaron Bummer, who's a lefty, and a setup man, and then they're starting up a righty, Liam Hendricks, who's a closer. Bottom 8. Here's the Devano ground ball. It's a good start, base hit. And the time runs on first base with nobody out. Maybe he's just sacrificed. Maybe. There's a pitcher spot. Also, he probably would pinch hit, but maybe. I don't know. Looks like Alex Idrison will pinch it for. I mean, would you let him swing away, hit in a double play, and you'd be 4 outs away from losing, or do you sacrifice and effort? You just pinch hit? But I don't need to do that. I have to warm up some days. There's something about Tyler Rogers in the Giants' pen. Here we go, 1-2 count, and he's swinging away at the ground ball. This could be 2. It's on a tough turn now. Second one, first double play, and that's not what you wanted. What the pinch hitter, but that's what happened. 2 down, and here's Yastrzemski. Line drive, it ends a shift base hit. Perfect cutoff by Vaughn, so Yastrzemski holds at first base. Timer at first base, 2 outs for Buster Posey. That was perfect, and that was probably really fast off the bat. That was 1-11. Here's Buster Posey. Ground ball, and he's going to spin around and throw to second. Surprising he did that. But he decided to throw it away, but not throw it away. We headed to the 9th with the White Sox still at 1-0. And here comes Tyler Rogers to keep the deficit right where it is. 4-seam fastball, a curveball, and a cinder. He's a submariner. And his curveball only doesn't even, his top speed it hits is 70. Fly ball left center, over is Slater. 1 down. And if they do win it, the White Sox title won't even be out there because he obviously tore the bleed or his average and popped up shallow center field, going over or coming into the center field with the bond 2 down. Drew up in the 9th inning, bottom of the 9th is the 3-4-5. So it's Crawford to start off. It's 3-4-5. Oh, here's Ethan. Ground ball, Crawford. Throw to first is in time. Johnson, 1 run tie, 2 to force the game 6. Back in Chicago 2 nights from now in this game. Middle at 9. The score is 1-0 White Sox. So we have our 3rd straight 1-0 game. We already have 2. Well, stay the same. And here comes the Bummer is ready and waiting. But here comes the White Sox closer Liam Hendricks to try to shut the door and win the White Sox their 4th World Series in franchise history. And their first since 2005. 7 appearances, 5 or 5 on saves. 3, 4, 5 do up for the 3-4-5 do up for the Giants in the bottom of the 9. Crawford's 1 for 3. Torn fielders protecting the lines, or not. Excuse me. There's a shift on, and Crawford's gonna be at center base with nobody out. I thought the torn fielders were protecting the lines, but usually they do. But they had to shift on and hit him with an 8. And Vaughn had to run a mile because that ball just stopped in the grass. He had to run a long way, and suddenly signaled to the outfield to tie the game. And the Tornadoes are not protecting the lines, I don't think. No. So there was a shift. They weren't protecting the lines. The Tornadoes were not protecting the lines. They had to shift on for Crawford. Now it's just their like normal depth for now for Longoria. And he played hero again to tie the game. Popped up, or rather, a fly ball, shallow right field. No way he's gonna tad. So he doesn't even get the runner over. There's 1 down now for the number 5 batter. I believe Brandon Bell. Yeah, this is Bell. Brandon Bell. 0 for 3. Line drive caught by Lamb, and the runner gets back, but the White Sox are 1 out away from winning the World Series. So a double, a dead shift down the left field line, then a F9, and then an L5 hit 102 right to Jake Lamb. Austin Slater is the only thing standing between the White Sox and winning their 4th World Series, and it'll be the first since 2005. Full count to Slater. Everyone's on their feet. Everyone's probably sitting in front of the TV at home. 3-2 count. Line drive foul. It's a full count. Nothing. It would look horrendous if you were struck out looking to lose the World Series. Anything close to down a swing. Ground ball, a bring the slide. He's got it, and the White Sox win the World Series. A great sliding play by Abreu to his right. If that got by, and that was probably not a tie of the game. But a slide and stop, he got up quickly, ran over for the first base, tabbed first base, and the White Sox win the World Series. Fortunately, couldn't do it in front of the home fans. The White Sox could, but they're not complaining as they celebrate between the pitching mound and between the mound and the home plate area, or as they celebrate between the pitching mound and the home plate area, or as they celebrate between the pitching mound and the home plate area here at Oracle Park. The reactions, as you can see, here's the reaction from Garcia, the center fielder. He's jumping for joy. And there's the reaction from the right fielder, Adam Eaton. And here's as he falls to his knees. And here's the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champ. So that's Tony La Russa holding it up, their manager. And there it is. 2021 World Champions, 4th World Series championship. As there is the pitcher with it. As they're the 2021 World Champions, and this is their 4th World Series championship. What a game! What an ending! What an ending! Gossman is to say, or correction, Hendricks is to say, since the postseason. What a postseason! Started almost 2 months ago on Memorial Day, on May 31st. So that was about 7 weeks ago. It was 7 weeks ago. Well, I'm not sure. Well, it was about 7 weeks ago. Rendon went 7 innings, it's player of the game, and it's a win. Gossman went 7 2/3 innings, it's a loss. 8 hits, 7 2/3 innings pitched for Gossman, 8 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 1 earned run. Rendon 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, no walks. Or no, 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, no strikeouts, 1 walk, and no earned runs. Anderson 3 for 4 3 singles, and he 3 for 4 3 singles, and he drove in the only run for the White Sox or either team. Garcia scored the only run for the White Sox or either team. Adam, he did 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Rendon went 1 for 3 with a single. Garcia obviously went 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. And Anderson went 3 for 4 3 singles and an RBI. As that's 4, 5, 6. That was out of the 8 hits. Anderson had 3. Moncada had 2, but obviously got injured. Ethan had 1. Rendon had 1, and that was it. Because, oh yeah, Anderson had 3. Moncada had 2. Ethan had 1. Rendon had 1, and Garcia had 1. That was it. Obviously, there was 1 strikeout was by Abreu. 1 walk. The 1 walk was by Ethan, and then on the other side, the 1 walk for the Giants was by Buster Posey. The Stremski went 3 for 4. Crawford went 2 for 4. Doyle went 1 for 4. DeMond went 1 for 3. That was all their hits right there. Crawford had 2 doubles. He had his 4th and 5th of the postseason. Double plays, Posey, Dickerson, Savano. On the other side, batting. RBIs, Anderson 1 in the day, 3rd of the postseason. Sacrifice Buns, Rendon, double plays Montreal 2, Grandal 2. And then Montano says an error set in the postseason, set it in 2 games, but fortunately wasn't out there for the presentation, or for the trophy presentation and the pitcher, but Rendon it's when he finishes 1-1 in the postseason. Foster hits his first total of the postseason, and Hendricks his 7th save of the postseason. And Gossman finishes 3-1 in the postseason. And then he 7 2/3. Littell went in a 3rd, and Rodgers went 1 inning. Bullpen didn't give up a hit or a base runner. That was only an inning and a 3rd, but unfortunately, Turner did it done. That was a good play by. I didn't slide though. For some reason, the game does that sometimes, where they automatically have to dive on those kind of plays. They don't really do that in the outfield, but in the infield, sometimes you see that where he just slides automatically. I'm not sure why it's like that, but if they got by him, and into the outfield, they're probably going to tie the game because Crawford was in a store most likely, because I know he only had like 30 speed, but he probably was in a store if they got past Abreu into the outfield. So puts it to play Abreu, slid to his right, stopped it, or slid to his right, fielded it cleanly, and then got up quickly and ran to the bat and tabbed the bat. Yeah, I got up quickly and then ran. They got up quickly, and he got up quickly and yeah, got quickly, ran towards the bat and tabbed the bat, and White Sox won the World Series, 4th in franchise history, first in 2005. I mean, I think it was like. It said it was in 1917. I don't remember when their first one was. It was like 1906, I think. It was something like that. But they went 88 years without. Between their 2nd and 3rd title, they went 88 years. Just saying. Now they've won the World Series for the first time since 2005, which was 15 years ago. How many World Series have the Chicago White Sox won? Yeah, it was 1906, 1917, 2005, and now 2021. Well, he's in this game, but you never know, they could win it in real life. They're one of the favorites, along with the Dodgers, the Padres, or something like that. But they're one of the favorites. I mean, first place in the AL Central for a reason, aren't they? Nowadays, everyone doesn't know where it gets up to the lip. I'm not exactly sure if I'm not doing that postseason. Maybe, but maybe not, because it's like from Montana a week from today. So and then when I get back, it's only like 2 weeks before I go back to school, 2.5 weeks. So I probably won't do another postseason. I might maybe like, well, usually the Christmas tournament Madden. Well, at that point it would be Madden 22 around Christmas. So this might be my last postseason. Might be, it might not be. And if I do one, it might be one that's like best of 3, best of 3, best of 5, or all 3 series are just one game, like the wild card game. Okay, some of those know about it. If it's up to the like button, subscribe if you have any answer. Mom, Dad, Grinder fans, uncles, friends about these videos. And I'm gonna see you in episode number 14 of MLB Show 21 postseason series. See you in episode number 14. And eat on a bacon and go White Sox.